Justin here with Dad-TeeVee. Excuse me. I am here to work on this 2019 Ford Expedition Limited Max, and we will be replacing a wheel speed sensor that has gone bad. Long story short, a bunch of dang sensors started acting up and flipping out. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Basically what we're looking at is we are after a sensor that is down in here. Follow that cable, this cable right here, you follow that down and there's absolutely no access to that Allen head in there. We have to disconnect it there. We'll remove the line off of here. We have to pull the rotor, the caliper, and you'll see a few other parts here that we got to take off. So it's not super difficult, but when you don't know what the heck's going wrong with the car, it does make it a little challenging. So another thing that's kind of interesting is these calipers are held on with 10mm bolts, which I've never really seen before. That's pretty nuts to me. It's always usually a 9/16 or a 1/2 inch or something, but to have a 10mm holding on this big old caliper is pretty crazy. There's another little thing I wanted to show you here. So what we got here is there's a little clip on top of this thing which comes off, and I just push it aside. There's another thing that's kind of crucial that you may want to pay attention to. This is the electronic brake clip. Let's see, it provides it power. These plastic clips are infamous for messing up and cracking and breaking because they get so stinking fragile. And of course it's gonna fight me. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so there's the clip. That's off. I'm gonna just set that aside. This little tool right here might come in super handy for doing that. 10mm deep socket right here. This little nut right here wants to spin, so you have to kind of hold it. Otherwise that thing will just spin and fight you. Alright, so there it went. Set those aside. Now this guy was not easy for me to take off last time. I had to wiggle it, fight it, and I am just going to very carefully try to let it hang as gently as I can. Now what we got, let me adjust this here, is we got some brake shoes on here. You don't need to pull both. I just pulled the front one and kept the orientation like this on the ground so I knew exactly the way it went back up. And then I'll just give this a little tap. That'll come off. Don't want to put it face down. You can jack up the surface here and that won't be good. Okay, the next thing we got to do, we got this bolt, another one here, and another one back here. So we're going to take those out right now. Take these out. Let's set that aside. Set that aside. Set that aside. Okay. So you can see we've taken out 3 little bolts from the protector cover right here. We've taken out 2 bolts from the caliper back here, which is hanging. We've also unplugged the sensor to make sure that the caliper doesn't electronically do that. Prior to this, I did disconnect the battery negative so that it wouldn't be an issue, because I did not want to fight that. Let me get a tool real quick. What I need to do next is I need to pull off this guy, which is in there. I have to disconnect it off of this post, which is kind of a dumb design. The thing vibrates while you're driving, so if it ever fails, this thing is going up and down 1,000,000 miles per hour. We have this back here. Oh yeah, I'm showing you nothing, I'm sorry. We have this back here, which is best to pull off. I pulled it out of that spot because this stupid clip, I'm going to show you in a second why it fights you. got you a little bit better of a view. One thing that drives me crazy about these, sometimes when they're recorded, is you can't see exactly what people are doing. I'm trying to get this little bad boy out of here without hurting myself. This luckily is being replaced, so it is okay. This guy here, hopefully you can see it. It's got a little clip right there that needs to pry up to release. These things are a lifesaver. Okay, now we're free. Okay, this is the tricky one. What we have is this clip here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little red button. When I first came to it, I thought it needed to be pushed down, but I was wrong. What I found out is it actually needs to be pried upward. Make sure you can see it, hopefully. So this guy has to be pried upward, like that. So now it's in the up position. It was down like this. It has to go up in order to release. Push button, push down, and it did release itself, okay? All right, here's where we're at now. So we're at the base of the speed control, the wheel speed sensor, okay? Everything's been disconnected, and we've got it all separate and out of the way. But I do recommend, if you will hit it, clean some of that debris off, because you definitely do not want any falling down into that hole. Okay, there's the Allen head. This is a HW5 Allen socket. Wiggle it a little bit, maybe. They say you don't want to pull on the wire, but I will kind of wiggle and pull, and there's my sensor. You can see this is pretty dirty. I've already cleaned it once. See those little copper things down in there? I don't know if you can see that. There's little lines down inside of that hole. Those little lines are what that sensor is picking up. They're little copper pads that this sensor, as the wheel spins, this sensor right here will pick up magnetically that little copper pad inside of it. All right, so what we got here is we got a genuine Ford Motorcraft part, but this is the part information if you need it. The actual part number is this one right here. Okay, what Ford does is they will keep all these numbers the same, and they will change that letter. And when they change this letter, what they're doing is they're saying they've made an adjustment to that part, so that if you want to cross-reference this number and that letter with another part to save some money, you can't find it because they've changed that letter. So here's the new sensor. You could see it's a lot cleaner. It's got a good gasket. Get the attention of it there. It's got a good gasket on it. It looks super clean. 90's good. Kind of inspect it. Watch for cracks. Come on, focus. Look for cracks. Look for different things. There's some tape on it for some reason. Maybe somebody tried to install it previously. Okay, there's another clip, and there's the base end of it. Now, ooh, here we go. Okay, give it a little wiggle. You'll feel it seat itself, which is good. It makes it pretty obvious if you've got it in the right spot. Get that hole lined up. Let's see, where are you? There you are. Okay, I'm not going to cinch the heck out of this thing. Even though it's got a lot of vibrations, you don't want to crank it down because you'll smash this plastic right here, and then you'll be in trouble. So I'm just going real easy until I think it's tight enough. You can kind of tell. There's the first clip that I pulled out, so we're going to plug that back in. This guy just clipped in just like that. Pretty easy. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to try not to block you, but I'm going to plug this guy back in. It clipped. Push the little red button down. Okay, I'll put that in right there, and this right here. Okay, not super hard, not super difficult, but now you can see kind of what we're up against. I did take my old Ford part, which I highly recommend. And what I did is I laid them out next to each other to see if this lined up with that, and that, and that. So these 3 points of plug-in or whatever support these little spots that plug in here and there and here. They claimed it was a different part by that number, but it was exactly the same, right down to the 90 bending where it needs to bend. First things first, we need to put the shroud back on. This is the safety shroud. Oh shoot, let me show you from this side. Let's see if I can get it good for you. Here's the safety shroud, or I guess dust debris shroud, whatever you want to call it. Okay, there it goes. I can hear my socket rolling all the way to the other side of the driveway. Hope you can see that. I'm just going to hand tighten these to start so that I know I'm not stripping anything. There's the 2 on the left side. I'm going to take you over here and show you this one on this side. Hand tighten that one. There's that one. Okay, they've all been started. And usually I don't know, I know it seems crazy, I put my drill on low just in case, so that I don't have any issues with possibly stripping them out. Once they're all tight, give it a little bit. Again, this is low. It's a 3-speed impact. It is not a mechanic's impact. It is just my... Alright. I'm going to put that guy on there. Okay. Make sure it goes over. Now this thing has a tendency to want to go like this and fall. So what I like to do, doesn't mean you have to do it, but what I like to do is drag one of these on just to hold it. I'm not cinching it down, I'm just snugging it just a little bit. That's all it needs, just to keep it from moving while you're trying to put this on. I have to put this brake shoe on real quick. Remember the right orientation. Okay, so because of this clip, you know that that one goes on the bottom. Hand tighten, if I can get it to go. Looks like it's going. Okay, hand tighten this guy, push that in. Okay, so sometimes holding this guy is not so easy. I don't know if you can see that. Oh man, you're blurry. Come on, man. Focus. Okay, this guy right here, hopefully it wasn't blurry the whole time. If it was, I'm sorry. All I did was I put this in and I put that in. This clip has not gone on yet. We're not fully ready. Try and hold it. My key to this Milwaukee thing is not super great when it comes to cinching it down, so I'll have to do it again by hand. It likes to pretend like it's strong. Okay. Again, watch that. Make sure it's not spinning. Watch this one. Come on, Betsy. Make sure that's not spinning. And that's pretty tight. I guess it did do a good job. I can't even really move it by hand. Okay. Now we're going to put this clip back on down here. So that's good. Keeps it from moving. And then we're going to fight this piece of crap again. Super hard to do. Wait for that click. Listen. Okay. That's the click you're looking for. So, after that, we've pretty much got it. We got the caliper on, the rotor, we got it all clipped. We made sure that this little button is pushed down so that it doesn't vibrate and separate and cause you problems. And I'm gonna put the tire on and get it all back together, and then I'll show you inside what it was doing before. It may or may not go off instantly, but we're gonna take it for a drive and try and get it to reset itself. Yes, it's super light, huh? As you can tell. Now I'll do the same thing. Hand tighten. I do not like stripping these things out. You strip this out, it's going to be a massive problem. You can still see it kind of moving. Pretty well done. And this. That's not good. The heck, no way. That bearing's not doing good. That should not be the case. Something may have happened there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it ain't supposed to move like that. Alright, give me a second. Let me see what else we got going on. Upon closer inspection, and I don't know if this is a Ford thing or not, but that is loose. Maybe that's just play from there, but that seems like a bad bearing. Let's see, let me just show you. So you see I'm not crazy. So that's bolted on. This is the rim bolted on. Look at this. Still moving. Why? That means when you're driving, that thing's moving like that. That's not good. All right, well, where we're at is I don't have a socket that size. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix that today. Anyway, you put this tire back on. I don't like that wiggling, but for now it's gonna have to ride. I know it's not a whole big show, super exciting to put a tire on, but it is what it is.